Joining me now is Catherine Wild, President and CEO of the Partnership for New York City. Welcome to the New York Stock Exchange.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
I understand that was your first time ringing the opening bell, and you'll also be retiring after 25 years as CEO. Can you share more about this milestone?
Well, it was exciting to ring the bell because I have worked closely with the leadership of the stock exchange for many years. I mean, we were front and center together after 9/11 hit New York, the tragedy of the Trade Center. We then worked together most recently during the pandemic to try and keep and get people back in the office and to work together to help the city economy recover from the impact of the pandemic. And in fact, New York City today is stronger than ever, and a lot of that is because of the work of the New York Stock Exchange.
In terms of getting people back in the office, what did that process look like, and how did you work with the companies you support to make that happen?
Well, we worked with employers, number one, to understand what they were seeing from employees and what they needed to get them back. And the first thing they needed actually was subway safety. 82% of the employees in the offices in Manhattan use public transit. And during the pandemic, when the subways were empty, it became a place for homeless, mentally deranged people. There were some very tragic incidents that happened, and people really didn't feel safe there. And so that was number one, and we worked with Governor Kathy Hochul and with the city administration, the NYPD, to make sure that the subways were safe. And today we've had our safest months ever in the last months, the recent months, and so that's really improved. We also worked on, as you know, helping employers figure out what their people were looking for to be back in the office. And what we saw was that very high quality office space and lots of teamwork were key to getting people back. And that's beginning to really take hold, and there's a whole shift now where young people who didn't see the advantages of being in the office are now recognizing that being out of sight is out of mind, and they're better off back there.
Can you tell us more about what the Partnership for New York City does? How are you supporting these businesses?
Well, the Partnership for New York City works as a liaison between business, government, the not-for-profit sector, on issues that are challenging the city that we need to work together on to solve. Right now, the big issue is the affordability crisis. So we're looking at how can we reduce the costs of housing, reduce the costs of insurance, reduce the costs of doing business in the city, and reduce the costs of government.
All right, and what is next for the Partnership of New York City?
Well, what we're looking at next is, again, the election of Mayor Mamdani with an affordability agenda is to look at how we can help the city become less expensive, reduce the cost of housing and rent, and how we can make sure that we stay safe. So those are the big issues as far as we're concerned, and we'll continue to work on those.
Catherine Wild, President and CEO of the Partnership for New York City, thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on ringing the bell today.
Thank you very much. It was a thrill to ring the bell.